Benito Mussolini was the dictator of Italy during World War II. He was one of the founders of Italian fascism. Mussolini joined the Axis forces with Germany and Japan in World War II. He was the leader of Italy for almost 20 years, and in his time did such things as turn Italy into a fascist government, fight in World War II, and take over Ethiopia. Benito Mussolini was born in Dovia di Predoppio, a small town in the province of Forli, on July 29, 1883. His father, Alexandre Mussolini, was a socialist and influenced his political views. Despite his mother being a devout Catholic, Mussolini was never baptized and when sent to a Catholic boarding school, was kicked out due to his rebellious attitude. In a new school, Mussolini earned good grades and had less behavioral problems. In 1902, Mussolini emigrated to Switzerland, in part to dodge military service, and it was at this time that he studied many socialist philosophers who spoke of using violence to overthrow capitalism and democracy. Mussolini also became involved with the Italian socialist movement in Switzerland, and after being arrested several times for his actions in this movement and being deported, he eventually stayed in Italy and served 2 years in the military. Mussolini moved around Italian-speaking cities, writing about his views and even participating in a riot, and soon became one of the most prominent Italian socialists. When World War I broke out, many socialist parties in different countries initially supported the war. There was a large surge of nationalism in Italy due to the war, and public opinion was generally in favor of intervention in the war. Socialists in Italy, however, were divided. It wasn't until anti-war protesters were killed that the Italian Socialist Party decided to go against the war. Mussolini at first agreed with the party, but he saw opportunity in the war for Italians and socialists. Mussolini spoke against the Central Powers and in favor of the Allied forces, and claimed the war was equal to that of a revolutionary war for Italy. Due to his support of the war, Mussolini came into conflict with other members of the Socialist Party, and he began to criticize the party. Mussolini was soon expelled from the Italian Socialist Party. It was after this that Mussolini made a radical transformation and started supporting revolutionary nationalism that would transcend class distinctions. It was at this time that Mussolini started developing fascism and was able to convince other socialists of his ideas. He denounced orthodox socialism and started regarding the nation as an entity, an idea he had previously rejected. He also supported the idea of a group of revolutionary elites to lead from any class. Mussolini claimed to still be a socialist, but denounced orthodox socialism as outdated. Mussolini also at this time started the fascist movement, which started out relatively small. Mussolini joined the military in support of the war and spent 9 months on the front lines in very dangerous situations.
Non sia il carcere che umilia il nostro vigore di vita.
War, he felt that socialism was a dead doctrine. Mussolini reformed his fascist organization and started to attract new members with its opposition to class warfare and strong nationalism. Mussolini was strongly influenced by The Republic by Plato when reforming fascism. Fascism differed from the Republic, though, in that it promoted aggressive warfare and had very realist views. In this way, fascism was both revolutionary and traditional, and became known as the Third Way. The Fascisti, led by Mussolini's friend Dino Grandi, formed armed squads called Black Shirts, who clashed with other political groups at demonstrations. The law did little to regulate this, and soon the Fascisti grew to be the National Fascist Party. Mussolini became Prime Minister of Italy in a coup d'etat with King Victor Emmanuel's support. Mussolini often took control of the police force and made Italy a police state, along with banning all other parties in 1928. Later, although the scramble for Africa was already over, and the international mood was against colonialist expansion, Mussolini wanted to make an Italian empire and easily overpowered Ethiopia to take it over. Mussolini also intervened in the Spanish Civil War, and in taking the side that he did, grew closer to Hitler, eventually making the Pact of Steel which made this Axis alliance official. At the beginning of World War II, Mussolini had little regard for Hitler, but Hitler admired Mussolini. In World War II, Mussolini joined the war on the Axis side. He and the Axis forces took Greece, but when Germany would not allow Italy to retreat from the Soviet Union, which the Axis forces were attacking, Mussolini was taken into hiding. The Fascist Party was dissolved. Mussolini was used as a political leader in Germany until he tried to escape. When this happened, he was He was executed despite a valiant rescue attempt made by his executioners. The totalitarian leader was no more.